Hello everyone, here we are back again in our dear time loop in Sumeru. I must say, it has been so surreal to log on and be right here, because I always put myself on Crab Island. Whenever I leave. Where is she? Here she is. I always put myself here. So it was very strange to log on and be here. Okay, before we get started, I have some things. First of all, we have a letter. It was Nilo's birthday recently. Oh, look at this. Genshin has won the PlayStation Partner Awards 2024 Excellence Award. Oh, congratulations. Everybody remember to grab your Prima Gems, I suppose. Thank you for the gems. And look, it was Nilo's birthday! So, since we have met Nilo, she's talking about the meaning of dance. A few days ago, I went to the desert searching for inspiration. Guess what extraordinary thing happened? I came across an exceptional desert dancer. We didn't know each other's names, nor did we exchange any words, yet somehow we found ourselves dancing together in perfect harmony amidst the golden sands. Her movements radiated strength and conviction, and together we spun, waved, and stretched. When the dance ended, we shared an exuberant high-five. To me, this embodies the essence of dance, a way to communicate with the beauty around us, to interact, and to express through motion. By weaving my thoughts and emotions into the dance, I can share this beauty with others. Before parting, we exchanged gifts. Now I want to share the same sense of joy with you. And look at this, it's an Eremite thing, right? So I wonder if the dancer she met was an Eremite. That's super cool. And she gave us this. Wow, that is gorgeous. Climbing and sprinting stamina. I wonder what the original version is. It looks like a pudding of some sort. Thank you, Nilo. Nilo? Thank you, Nilo. Okay, we have read our letter. Let's get back to it. Let's see. I had some notes. Oh, yes. First of all, so I just edited the, what is it called? The Winter Night's Lazzo. I rewatched that one. And I realized something at the end. There's, somebody asks Dottore, what is the segment up to? Somebody says something along the lines of, you're looking young today, and he takes that as an insult. And then the person asks, what's that other segment up to? And he says something. Here's my theory. Segment. Clones? That's what I've written down. I'm wondering if maybe Dottore has cloned himself, because he seems like the type to have done such a thing. And maybe there is the older clone and the younger clone. That's their little clone hierarchy. And so that's why the Dottore she spoke to was offended by being called old. And maybe that's why there's two Dottores, because there was a Dottore at the funeral, and then there was a Dottore setting a tree on fire or something. Anyways, hopefully that's not the Sumeru tree that he was setting on fire, just some other unspecified, non-important tree. Though, if you're listening, please don't set trees on fire. It's not good. Okay, my other note that I've written down is, what is Alhaitham up to? I've been unable to stop wondering what he is up to. Because I have... Oh, I'm supposed to follow the mysterious person, the familiar figure. How have I met this person before? Have we seen them before in dreams, maybe? But yeah, what is Alhaitham doing? It kind of seems like the game wants us to think that he's not on our side. But I have a hard time... Oh, I was about to say, I have a hard time believing that any playable character is not on our side in some way. But then I remembered that we have two playable harbingers, don't we? But still... As soon as a character becomes playable, I get the feeling that they're on our side at heart, in a way. You know, they're not bad people. I don't know. We do have two harbingers playable. It's hard to say. There she goes. Oh my god, this is how we meet her? I know who she is already, of course, but I wonder if this was your first time seeing her. What would you suspect? I mean, she's very clearly a special design, so clearly she's playable, right? Or in the case of Signora. You know, Signora, maybe I feel like this is a popular theory to have, and I must admit I don't have much evidence for it, but I feel like she's going to come back. Just based on Winter Night's Lazzo and the fact that we see her butterflies flying around, I feel like she's going to come back at some point. Maybe as a zombie, but still, she'll be back. Oh, there she is. Anyhow, yes, Alhaitham. Long story short, continuation of the Sabzeruz festival. Oh, does this mean she has indeed been able to visit the festival? Oh, that's good. Hey, this is my room. Wow, it is. Hello. Alhaitham, I don't think he's betrayed us. I think he's playing the long game. If anything, I think he's working for the enemy side so that he can do something about things in the future. Or maybe he's just trying to survive the Academia's control. Can't fault a man for that. But still, I don't think he's betrayed us, really. Yay! I like this song. Paimon just silently flying by is so funny. Bird in a cage? Symbolism.
What are you looking for? Why did we come here?
Nahida is associated with birds. We know this from the summer event. Bird in a cage. The sanctuary? Oh no. A familiar figure. An overwhelming sense of deja vu. Oh! The dream is breaking. Over there.
That's...
Do you recognize her, Paimon? And the bird is gone. It's symbolism. It's symbolism. She's trapped, isn't she? That's why she hasn't left the sanctuary. She can't, can she? Where's the birdcage? Nothing. Hello, hello. What are you? Books? No. It's a beautiful birdcage. Oh, it's gorgeous, but still. Bird in a cage. That's what's going on here, isn't it? That's why nobody has heard from her. I'm thinking over what they've said about what she's doing in there. They haven't really said anything, which in and of itself is quite suspicious. Hi! Is she going to vanish? The dramatic reveal, I love it. Hello there. Dunyarzad?
Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad?
Oh my goodness. What? She was still with us just a moment ago.
What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzads?
Oh dear. Why are there two Dunyarzads?
You already know that this isn't your first Sabzeruz festival, don't you?
Alert. Let's be alert.
I'm sure you already know how to use this.
Whoa! Oh!
A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it? What's inside?
Vega's look of surprise.
You should use it too, Paimon.
She knows Paimon's name!
You know Paimon?
Does she know us? And she was described as a familiar figure, too. We haven't seen her before. Let's use it together, Paimon.
Well, this seems kinda sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do.
Trust your instincts, right? Let's do it. Oh, are these the memories of all the previous festivals?
What the?
How many has it been? How long have we been here? Memories. So many days worth of memories. Okay, it's been days, but not months, it seems.
This is our 20th time at
20!
the Sabzeruz festival?
Almost a month.
No.
Oh my god.
30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sabzeruz festival?
Okay, so maybe over a month, but not months. But then, okay, this whole time I've been suspecting that it was the Akasha, but to be fair, we don't know whether or not it was the Akasha's doing, but my reason for that is, you know, what other machinations could they use to do something like this? And also that first sound that we heard, the sound that we always hear with the beep, it sounds very mechanical, and the Akasha is a piece of technology, right? So that's why I think it's the Akasha. With that in mind, what about people who aren't wearing Akashas? Is there anyone in the city not wearing the one? Like dogs, for instance, they don't wear one. Or the people outside of the city who are not in range. Like, what about Gandharvaville? Have they been wondering why they haven't heard anything from the city? Have they been trying to reach us?
Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized.
Thanks for your help.
What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule?
Seem to be our memories, but how did she get them?
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time ago.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this isn't the first time we've met. That's why she's familiar. I'm guessing, okay, pretending that I have never seen this character before, I feel like if this was my first time seeing her, I would actually not be suspicious. I would think that she wanted something from us because she's helping us, and so I'd be wondering why she's helping us. But She looks very adorable, so I would trust her. I'm not the type of person to be creeped out by, like, you know, like the twins from The Shining. I haven't even seen The Shining, but there's those 2 twin girls from The Shining, right? I'm not the type to be creeped out by small girls being wiser than they should be. So I think I would actually trust her, but expect there to be something she needed in return.
Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories, and the knowledge capsule was just your means of showing our minds the way.
Okay, so basically what's been happening is in previous loops we've gotten that same deja vu. We've tried to do different things to break the deja vu, and in doing so we ran into Nahida at some point. And exposure to her is basically allowing our minds to see through what's going on here, and then she helps us out specifically with the knowledge capsule. Okay?
What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the 2 of us?
Good question.
Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you 2 received the blessing of Dendro. And you also have special, sensitive constitutions.
You too received the blessing of Dendro. Suddenly remembering that theory of, was it Albedo's? That Paimon is the reason we're able to connect to the elements so easily. Maybe every time we touch a statue, it goes through Paimon to us. Something like that?
It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness.
Okay. What's wrong with Dinazard over there?
A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that.
I love time loops!
As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met.
Is that maybe a projection of her consciousness? Assuming this is all a dream. Maybe this is her real self, and that's her dreaming self?
That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left.
Over a month. What I need to do right now is break out of this cycle?
Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida.
Hi, Nahida! It's so nice to meet you. Wait. We need a picture of her. Oh, she's so wonderful. Oh, I know. You introduced yourself before.
Good. You passed the test.
She's so sweet. She immediately admits that she was testing us, but in the most friendly way. Oh, I love her.
What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Please don't tell Paimon even you don't know.
Oh yes, what is going on?
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside the one-day samsara.
Okay. Wait, did she just casually drop some of the biggest lore that I've seen revealed in this game? Wait, everything in this world runs in a loop? I'm going to take you incredibly seriously, Nahida. Everything in this world runs in a loop. Okay, so this is the way the world functions. The cycle's called a samsara, one-day samsara, so that implies the existence of month samsaras, year samsaras. So then, I'm trying to... By what mechanism is this samsara functioning? Because, on one hand, maybe that's just the way the world works. There are these loops called samsaras, right? But on the other hand, I'm actually thinking all the way back to, oh god. Oh no, what was it, episode 10? Oh goodness, I had this theory way back at the beginning. I was really just having fun throwing theories around like crazy. Especially back then when I had so little information, I was really just taking anything that I heard and running with it just to see if something interesting would come out of it, you know, it's fun. And I had this one theory that this world, the entire world could be artificial. And the theory I had at that point was that it was a technology-based artifice. Like, for instance, the whole thing was a simulation running on a computer. Oh wow, a video game? No way. That wasn't quite what I meant by that, but if this whole thing is, you can conceive of this world as one giant mechanism, then maybe that mechanism is what's causing these samsaras, basically. Basically, the whole point of this is, who started... If it's not just the way this world works, naturally that's a concept that we have in this world, done, established. If it's not just that, then this is deliberate. Who started these loops? How were they able to do this to the entire world? Why did they do this to the entire world? Is there an end? Is there a goal? And why I'm feeling like that might be the case is because someone has managed to get into that system and loop one day, which tells me that there is something to get into there. There is some way to control samsara. Or maybe it is just the way the world works and somebody figured out a way to kind of reroute it. Anyways, I love overthinking things.
As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that.
Oh, I'm thinking about divine knowledge now, right? Divine knowledge cannot be so easily mortally comprehended. Also, this is kind of a parallel to what our brother told us. You have to go through the journey yourself.
I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness.
Oh, thank you, Nahida. And speaking of parallels, this is also parallel to that fable that Dunyarzad told us, right? About, was it Dunyarzad? I believe it was. A wanderer trying to find the Dendro Archon only to realize that the journey was the answer to the question that they sought. Ooh, so is that a theme then in this region? Possibly cycles and journeys. Because
she
wisdom,
looks like
you know?
She isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sabzeruz festival. If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall.
Nice metaphor. So, Nahida, I have a little bit of an advantage here knowing that she's the Archon already. But, ooh, she doesn't have a vision, right? I wonder if I would have noticed that she doesn't have a vision. Look at her, she's clearly supposed to be a character of some sort, but she doesn't have any vision. Hint that she's the Archon. But because she's the Archon, and she's able to slow or treat Dunyarzad's illness, is that another indication that divine or godly power is the antithesis to Eliezer?
You sure love to use weird analogies.
It's metaphors, Paimon. It's figurative language.
Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things.
Also, technically, part of the rhetorical arts. How do you feel about that, Academia? The gods support the arts.
Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Ooh, yes, Vega. Let me collect my thoughts. Brother! When you enter a state of contemplation. Wow, thinking mechanic, finally! You can choose any text entry to interpret it. This interpretation process involves analysis of the text entry and may yield new entries. Once interpreted, you may submit that text as a conclusion. Okay. Some text entries can be associated with one another once interpreted. Select Associate to choose the other text entry, and then select Trigger Association. You can gain new text entries by performing accurate associations. If one of the text entries on the current page can be used as a conclusion, then select that entry before choosing Submit Conclusion. Okay. Well, I'll start with Deja Vu.
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger.
Oh, hi, Vega's voice! Abnormal mental fatigue. Ooh.
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger.
Thought I selected this. There we go.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on?
Okay.
We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
Okay. I would like to try associating these two. Oh, but I can't. Okay. I can associate this with something else. Well, let's read everything else first.
Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more?
Oh, good catch, Vega! I mean, I just assumed that he would be in the know, because obviously the Academia has done this, right? But, yeah, he basically directly told us that he's intentionally doing this to us. Alchemical divination results.
A moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean?
Okay. So, associate with deja vu. Time loop.
That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day.
Okay. Is it really time though, or is it just our memories? Because if it was really time, then Junior's art won't be getting worse, right? Can I?
I've already experienced.
Okay. Time loop, I suppose, is my conclusion.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong
Oh, no.
answers in the past. A pity.
Okay, so time isn't looping.
Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense. It feels like time's just repeating itself.
Can I try again?
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information. Unfortunately, I can't give you any more hints.
Can I try again? No.
Dunyarzad.
Well, was that the only one that I could use as a conclusion? No, I could submit anything as a conclusion. Should I have submitted the Grand Sage's words?
The Sabzeruz festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before today's festival ends.
Oh, I love her attitude about everything. She's so encouraging, but also, you know, she knows that time is precious, right? So she's very, what is the word? She's encouraging, but she's also concerned, but she's supportive, but she's also limited. I don't know. I adore her. Gosh, about those thoughts that we could have had. Yeah, I was thinking, if I had submitted the Grand Sage's words, I don't know if the game would have made the jump then to, it's all the Academia's fault. I don't know if they'd let me go that far. Oh, is she going to vanish before our very eyes? There she goes, but we also moved.
Let's think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape the samsara of the Sabzeruz festival.
Let's go punch the Grand Sage in the face!
And to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. The truth. Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so we must have missed something, right?
Dunyarzad's condition deteriorating?
Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people again. It's more productive than sitting here and scratching our heads. Why don't we start with those stall owners?
I wonder if you can get the wrong conclusion over and over again, and in doing so, keep yourself in the time loop. Can you do that? That'd be fun. Everyone's gone. Ugh, bizarre. Am I going the right way? Lower. Excellent, I am. Is it really always this empty? This way? You know what? I'm so suspicious. We haven't been inside the Grand Bazaar at all since this festival began. Hello, everybody. Hello? Okay, we have our regular NPCs. No characters. Oh. Korosh? Are you the guy who only has one talent? The manager scolded me again today. Are you alright? Not really, but I'm used to it. It's practice. Lessons from Mr. Sheikh Zubair. More practice. Rinse and repeat. I thought about giving up, but then I remembered how, despite all his criticisms, Mr. Zubair never told me to quit. That means there's still hope for me, right? But have I made any progress? Hang in there, buddy. They're just still here. Of course it is. Everything is. Alright, let's find our guys. You seem rather glum. What can I do for you? Sorry, I was dozing off and didn't notice you. Oh, I see. Are you that tired? Not so much tired as bored. Don't you think it's easier to fall asleep in noisy places like a theater or a market? There's no one from the academia around the theater anyway, so I'm not under watch. Even Azra isn't making me run after Swoof, and no students insist on taking pictures with Nilo. Dozing off is all I've got left. I see. Thank you for your, diligent protection of the people. Anyhow, Catherine. I want to talk to Catherine. I wonder what Catherine makes of all this. You know what I'm also wondering is,
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Any new dialogue, Catherine? No, unfortunately not. The two NPCs, the two Petui NPCs in Mondstadt. I wonder what they have to say about all this. Because their dialogue changes with every Archon quest, right? So I wonder what they think. Hi, Amal. How are you feeling today with your fruits?
Hey there!
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend?
Walking around or taking a nap? I'm not sure.
She's feeling a little unwell.
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvested them from the forest just yesterday.
Just yesterday? Oh, how do they look today? Are they moldy yet? Have you felt anything strange lately? Do you ever feel like you're reliving the same day?
Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today. I haven't felt anything strange.
It's been repeated twice. So, you definitely didn't get them yesterday.
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yesterday? Did you actually come back from the forest yesterday?
Please look at your vegetables.
What
Really
kind of
look at them.
philosophical nonsense is this? Are you two daydreaming? Didn't you know that
Aren't we
no
all?
one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
All right, nobody dreams. I still feel like this is all a dream, though. Oh no, the fruits!
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? Is everyone dreaming?
Remember what he said just now? No one dreams in Sumeru.
True. It's so weird that people here don't dream. Why is that?
Thank you, Paimon. I agree completely. They said it was Greater Lord Rukadevata's doing, but...
Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago. Let's keep asking around.
Okay, so we think it is... memories being erased? Maybe Paimon, your face is freaking me out right now. Or... But if it's just memories, then how can Nahida be here? It's hard to say.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person?
We actually did run into a situation, but I'm not sure if it's related to your divination.
Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate. You just hadn't fully understood its significance yet.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly why we came back. Help us better understand it.
Help you better understand it? Well, that isn't exactly what I excel at.
So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into?
We're all trapped in the day of the Sabzeruz festival. You've actually divined our fortune many, many times.
Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam.
No, we're all trapped in a time loop. That's not a time loop.
What you just said, are you serious? Does that kind of thing actually happen in real life?
Are you serious? You really believe us? Wow, open-minded.
I knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination, the moon, illusions, and lies. It really felt like an omen.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on. Can you read any more into it?
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals.
And here we have a parallel to what Nahida told us earlier. Another hint that she is indeed the Archon, if we didn't know already.
The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
Trust your instincts, overcome your fears. Is there anything we're afraid of that's stopping us from doing something?
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune telling is just fortune telling. It's no good for practical problems.
And this is the most bizarre of problems to have, that we're trapped in a somewhat time loop. So if even fortune telling can't help us here, we are well and truly squirreled.
We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to?
Let's try talking to Dia again.
Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again?
She cares a lot about Dunyarzad. Let's try taking her to see the real one.
Yeah. If we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, then she'll definitely take us seriously.
Hopefully Dunyarzad is still there.
This time of day, Dia's probably just finished beating up those kidnappers. Let's go find her.
I love time loops. I'm delighted. Can I speak with you again? Oh, I can craft. May I speak with you? Please tell, like, your fruits. If the fruits haven't gone bad, then... Ooh, here we go. Then this is truly an advanced cycle. They're somehow resetting the state of the fruit, but they're not resetting the state of the Dunyarzad? Why not?
I'm fine, my lady. It's just a scratch.
Yeah, Dia's scratch. How is she not have a million scratches by now?
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous
A gang of ambushers, well, a gang of kidnappers had just ambushed you. You just defeated a gang of kidnappers.
Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could have went all out. Anyway, can you do something for me?
Ooh, I like that. She got angry, but she's not holding on to the anger for too long.
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around. Did Paimon get that right?
How did you know what I was going to say?
No reason in particular.
We need to say something convincing.
Oh no. I'm always so bad at picking the right option. Oh, here we go. Yep. Claymore. Do not dream. Alchemical divination. Abnormal mental fatigue. Or Claymore.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon.
And we just missed that entire conversation, so how do we know this,
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean? My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on?
Are they harvesting our brain power? Anyways, here you go.
Tell her, traveler.
You got injured because you aren't used to your current greatsword. You sold your greatsword to support the festival.
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now, you literally took the words right out of my mouth. What's going on?
All right, so this is the situation.
You explain everything to Dia.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do have basic common sense.
Haven't you noticed something off about Dunyarzad?
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
And the fact that just now she didn't react to Dia's greatsword thing.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
What do you mean?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest on the bench over there.
Yeah, extremely
My lady,
unattached
are
to
you
everything.
Angry?
Oh, Dia looks so concerned. Come with me. I'll show you more evidence.
All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make this a quick trip. Miss Dunyarzad isn't completely safe here.
We will be swift. But if she's not safe here, then she's not safe over there either, wouldn't you say? We need someone there with her. Let's go this way. I need to go upwards, I think, so... Oh goodness, it's difficult to keep a mental map of the cities. And this quest has us running all around this one. Oh, did I just take the long way around? Yeah, I think I did. Bring Dia to Nahida. Suppose Nahida is keeping watch. There's our room again! Okay, I am going the right way. I'm going. Gosh, it's so lovely. Up here? Yep, they're there. What is this building? It's very pretty.
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I did not expect these two to meet each other. That's pretty fun.
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
Oh, can she not see her?
The real Dunyarzad? Where and who are you talking to?
Well, we're getting more information, but not in the way that we intended.
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
But she can see us having a conversation with someone, can't she? She looks like she's figuring something out.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Dia, I'm so proud of you. You can see her?
Wow. How perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Oh, she can't see her, but she can feel her?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma. How did you know she was here?
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret or disappointment. What happened?
Oh, Dia looks so upset.
Do you believe us now? The Sabzeruz festival has been repeating itself.
You begin discussing the issue with Dia, who finally understands.
You think the sages are behind this?
Thank you, Dia.
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sabzeruz festival as a sick joke.
What would happen if you tried to take your Akasha off?
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this.
But the fact that this theory is coming up so soon, I almost wonder if it's incorrect. I need to think deeper on this, don't I? What else could be causing this? Something to do with King Deshret? Something to do with the Irminsul knowledge capsules? World Forget Me? These are all traces that we haven't seen the ends of. We haven't seen hide or hair of the Harbinger yet.
Maybe there's
Other
more
options.
to the Akasha than we know.
What do you think, Nahida? Oh, I see you're not wearing one. Wise. Nahida, can you tell us anything about the Akasha?
Right. Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule? That means you must know something about the Akasha.
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to
What?
operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
Oh! Okay, so I thought the information was coming from Irminsul, but maybe it's also coming from the people as well. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, so basically if you know anything and you have an Akasha, now the Akasha knows that thing too? Okay, it relies on the power of a gnosis to operate? Wait, maybe Nahida already doesn't have her gnosis. Maybe if Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was the previous Archon, had the gnosis, and the sages were given it or took it before it could get to Nahida, or they found baby Nahida, right? Maybe they took it from her, and they're using it? But the Akasha relies... Otherwise, she still has it, and she's allowing it to be used in this way. But why would she do that? If she's trapped, maybe she doesn't have a choice, but it also seems like... Even if she were trapped, she wouldn't necessarily have to let them use her power, but... If they're blackmailing her?
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical. It's being powered by the gnosis of Sumeru's Archon.
Also our, third hint that she is the Archon, because she knows about the gnosis at all. I get the feeling she's only willing to mention it right here and now because she knows who we are, and Dia can't hear her, so she's not spilling any beans there. But, okay, here's another thought. If she is trapped in the sanctuary, maybe the whole sanctuary, her birdcage, is a device that is able to harvest her power while she is within it. And so that's how they're using the Gnosis, even though she still holds it.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
Oh yeah, Paimon, don't say those words in front of Dia.
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people."
Wow, verbatim quote from Paimon. I'm impressed. But are we really supposed to be telling Dia about Gnosis?
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait.
She just completely bypassed the first part. I guess it's not important right now. Also, that is a gorgeous shot of her. I love her design. What's up?
I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha?
Doubt it. Most information in the Akasha comes from Irminsul. So does Irminsul have access to everyone's knowledge? I mean, that makes sense, I suppose.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. What do you think?
I was thinking more like the ley lines harvested memories in a way from the world around them, but maybe Irminsul is more active about, you know, making sure that it has all the information in the world within it. Well, she did say the populace. Maybe it's just Sumeru people? The ley lines were all over the world. Oh, thinking time? Oh no. Okay, interpret.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too...
Sorry.
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger. Okay, Nahida said, "The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon."
Ooh. You know how way back when we were introduced to this, I was talking about dreams converting short-term memory into long-term memory? I wonder if we don't dream because that's when information is being taken. I'm so worried about choosing the wrong one. I feel like this one's more likely to be correct, but I feel like this one's more interesting.
Okay, Nahida said, "The Akasha relies on the power of a..."
I want to see what happens when we talk about dreams. Please give me something interesting about dreams. Darn
That
it.
doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through.
Okay, Akasha? If it's not Akasha, then it's mental fatigue. Okay. Mental fatigue?
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. Now that I think about it, my head's been feeling unusually heavy.
That's what Paimon said too. Okay, I feel a little bit better about our first round then, because if it tells us when we choose the wrong one, then maybe we were supposed to come to the wrong conclusion earlier. Okay, good. I feel better.
When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, "Knowledge always comes at a price." Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us?
Yes, I do. But how would it do that?
Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics.
Yeah, I think it's doing exactly what it was designed to do, to be honest with you.
What's the point of doing something like that?
Control.
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain.
Oh, we're a hive mind now.
This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
They turned us into a computer.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
Oh, she likes metaphors, does she? And analogies. Because we saw her using them earlier, but it seems like she just likes them in general. And she's giving us positive reinforcement. I adore her.
In that case, We should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
And probably give us brain damage as well, but let's do it. It's worth a shot, and somehow I don't think it'll be that simple.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words, when this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing to the public.
You're so cool, Dia. We support you. We'll help. Everyone removes their terminals. Oh wow, here we go.
How does everyone feel?
Can we get Dunuzards off too? Actually, I also noticed something else.
Huh? What is it?
I feel like at the end of every day, there was always the sound of a beep.
Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
Right, my thoughts exactly.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
Oh, so they're doing this to us in the night. I heard the same sound in Port Ormos. Did we?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway.
Well, when we... Oh, there they... Oh, that's so cool. So that's what they look like when you take them off. Oh, they're very pretty. So wait. Where are these things produced, anyways? No. When we were in Port Ormos, we had them on. So even if we weren't using them, didn't we still have them equipped? Oh, goodness gracious. Ouch. Oh.
Traveler, did you hear that?
We're about to get kidnapped by the Akasha.
I heard it
Getting
too.
darker.
Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head.
Nah.
We took off our Akasha terminals.
Oh no. Bye, Dia. See you tomorrow.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
Oh no. Okay, so they are trying to accomplish something. Maybe they're trying to solve a problem, answer a question, and the brain power is not meeting their expectations, basically.
But we cannot lose all of our progress.
They don't want to stop the experiment. Even if they stop it now, they could prevent the casualties probably, but they'll lose all their progress, and they don't want to do that. If they kill Dunuzad, oh my god. Oh, we've done it again. Oh, they made us get attached to an NPC. Don't you dare. This is so well done. This is so good. Oh, hello again. Oh no. Oh no. Good morning again. Oh, she's mad.
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
At the end of last night.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that?
We've been implanted with another form of the terminals, or we failed at severing our connections with them.
But now we can at least confirm one thing. The Akasha definitely has something to do with whatever's trapping us in this cycle. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
What if we destroyed our terminals? We probably would have to destroy all of them. I would say, what if we destroyed some sort of central power source, but that would probably be the Gnosis, and I don't know what would happen to Nahida if we destroyed it. Maybe there's a central operating system that we could destroy? We need to destroy their machine, whatever it is.
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
Great analogy, Nahida!
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told us anything about yourself.
I guess I'm the moon.
Lies and deception?
The moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination?
Our divination, which was famously invented by the Dendro Archon.
Anyway,
What?
knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly, those kidnappers should be showing up soon.
Where's Dunuzad? Why can't we see her? Oh, the little Paimon menu! Did we recruit Dia again?
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Hold on. Something's not right. She doesn't have a scratch. She's getting better and better at fighting with her greatsword.
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
And how come Dia's condition resets, but Dunyarzad's doesn't? Is it because the mental toll that we're accumulating is what's exacerbating her symptoms? Does that mean that Eliezer has a mental connection?
You didn't get hurt this time.
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs.
I adore Dia, actually. She's great. Aren't you still getting used to your new greatsword? Your unfamiliarity usually lands you some scratches.
Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it. Please, don't tell Miss Dunyarzad.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
During your battle, did anything feel strange?
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had to say something, it's weird how such a new weapon could feel so familiar. It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Yeah, so she's getting muscle memory, but her injuries are getting reset. Okay, whatever the mechanism is behind this samsara loop, I'm so curious. I have to know how this works.
Traveler, what do you think?
Could it be because we removed our Akasha terminals? This has never happened before.
Yeah! Paimon's feeling really hopeful.
Is it possible that we have already broken free? I don't know. Don't set your expectations too high.
Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
We'll know for sure at the end of the day. Don't get too happy. You'll get complacent.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's still dangerous here, so...
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around, right?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Forget it. Go and do your thing.
Oh, and the day goes on. So we're just going through the day normally? Oh, we're gonna lose our progress. Take off your Akasha terminals again, at least.
Whew. It's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same.
We're standing in a different spot, but sure, besides that.
Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other time she fought the kidnappers. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
No, clearly it's still going.
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep tonight.
Oh, she can't tell us anything, but again with the positive reinforcement.
Hey, what kind of an answer is that?
She's really good at being a guide. You know, telling you what she can to help you reach the ending that you're trying to.
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sabzeruz festival.
Okay, no more. Paimon's brain is already shut down.
And here I was hoping that she'd be able to make it to the festival. Ooh, it seems like she has experienced countless at this point.
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Okay, top 10 things I never expected Nahida to say.
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say?
Oh my god.
Paimon hear you correctly?
There's one way to cut the tension.
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. Is that so strange?
Here we go, indication that she, shall we say, does not experience human bodily functions, and also that she possibly does not get a lot of social interaction.
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago.
Doesn't get a lot of social interaction like someone who's been locked in a cage, perhaps, or at least someone who has stayed within a sanctuary for a long time. We're going to go get some rest.
Yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sabzeruz festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax. Let's go back to our room.
Oh, darn it, at least take the terminals off again.
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices are trivial.
Of course you would say something like that. Of course. Good morning, Paimon.
We're still in the same day.
At least we remembered right away. As expected, it's not as simple as we thought.
Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the samsara? Why did you tell us?
Because we have to reach the conclusion ourselves, Paimon.
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often, and I thought it might help you clear your minds.
Paimon thought that Duke did that! Whatever. Guess they were looking out for us after all.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Probably because we've been the only people she's spoken to in 500 years? Approximately, do you think the sages talked to her? Unclear.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking things a little fast.
Also, I love that she has her own relationship with Paimon. I always love it when the characters really interact with Paimon, like Ito does.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence.
I wonder if she knows who Paimon is and where she comes from. Nahida, can you tell me Paimon's secrets, please? Can you tell Paimon's secrets?
If you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Get it?
Oh.
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again.
I thought that was pretty straightforward.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
The time loop theory is indeed incorrect.
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory?
Dia's fighting skills have been improving, and Dunyarzad's illness has also gotten worse.
Oh yeah, you're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people's physical condition should also reset.
Thank you, Paimon! You know, I'm thinking maybe Dia's scratches are just so small that they're closed up by the next day and so basically invisible to her, so she doesn't notice them. But then what about the bandages? Do the bandages just vanish into thin air? No, I'm not going to think about that part too hard.
So, what's your new hypothesis?
That explains how Dia was able to develop muscle memory as well. Here we go. Oh, a bunch of new ones. Okay, let's listen to it.
The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean? We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. Okay, Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals. Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory. And Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles.
Okay, so can I associate this one? The samsara, maybe? So we're coming up with an idea about the loop that's not time?
I can't seem to cohesively piece everything together.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, they're very gentle with us if we get the wrong one. Okay, my next guess is the sound then. Memories are deleted every day!
If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive that same day again and again.
Ah, it's Occam's razor. It was indeed the most simple explanation. Yeah, they're just deleting the memories. Wow, I'm so pleased. There you go. We aren't in a time loop. Instead, our memories are being erased at the end of each day.
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories! That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sabzeruz festival hasn't happened yet! It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before!
Somebody please go check on the condition of those fruits and vegetables. You know what? This is almost like an artificial form of erosion. Our memories are getting erased.
But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
Oh yeah, she can't tell us if we're right or wrong. She had a positive response, so this might not be our final answer, but we're on the right track at least.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
Ooh.
That isn't simple at all!
So we have the wrong conclusion, but we're on the right path?
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right! She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go!
What have we missed? My only... Oh, this is a nice shot too. I love the gold on everything in the wood. Anyways. The only things that come to mind are the few details that I haven't been able to reconcile that, at a certain point, you just have to take with a grain of salt, but maybe we're not supposed to. So, for instance, Dia's bandage disappearing every day. If she wraps up her arm before she goes to sleep, then how come it's unwrapped in the morning?
We don't have many more festivals to waste. Hurry and find the truth.
We'll do our best. Oh, sorry, Dinozard. Just wanted to check on you. Guess I checked on you. I want to read this bulletin board. Proverb column. Loneliness is the guide to new enlightenment. Oh my. Like solitary meditation? Makes me think about Nahida, but still. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Oh wow, it must be a new day because we have new commissions. Yoink. Guide is talking to us. Why so, though? Oh, and we can talk to Catherine to turn those in, too. Okay, good. Battle pass. Thank you kindly. Alright, so... what have we missed? If we talk to Dia and we get entirely new information, then maybe it's something that I couldn't have known. But I feel like it's going to be something I could have known. Let's walk over to her and see what we could have missed. Okay. We know... okay, so her metaphor... firefly for crystal fly because it grows. So maybe it's not the Akasha doing this to us? No, that doesn't feel right. Firefly, crystal fly, glows. So we're seeing the result, but not accurately guessing the source? My good friend, how are your fruits?
I picked all of these from the forest yesterday, so their freshness is guaranteed.
Are you sure? Please check. Ah! Alright, fine. Are we going to pass Catherine? No, we're not. Okay, she's right over there. So, what could we have missed? Is it that Dia's scratches are in fact healing? No, let's see. Could it have something to do with dreams? Because they brought up the dream thing several times. And the illusion thing several times, which makes me think dreams. But... oh, and that would explain why there's two junior arts. Of course, we missed the fact that there's two junior arts. Okay. So... I'm seeing two options here. Either, again, this is all a dream, which would explain why Nahida's here. But maybe the Akasha is also altering... And that would explain why the fruits haven't rotted. But maybe the Akasha is also altering our perceptions of these dreams. And that's why there's two Dunyazards. Because maybe Dunyazard's mind is too exhausted. She's in a coma. Maybe it's too exhausted to pantomime the motions. And so they've kind of put in a data Dunyazard to play her role, so that the day flows as close to normal as possible. On the other hand, it could be a form of augmented reality, wherein we are going through a physical day. We're not dreaming. But the Akasha is altering our sight and senses themselves in order to make a Dunyazard be there, while other Dunyazard or real Dunyazard is sleeping. And that's why that Dunyazard doesn't act like normal Dunyazard. But at the same time, that wouldn't explain why Nahida is able to be here. Unless, because the Akasha are powered by her gnosis, she is hopping on the same channel, so to speak, to project herself before us. But then that would explain why we're the only ones able to see her, and not Dia as well. If she's using the Akasha's ability to alter our senses to project herself, then Dia should also be affected. But then if this is a dream, maybe she's not using the Akasha's abilities. I get the feeling she wouldn't want to do that to people. And she's just projecting herself through her own power. And that's why we can see her, but Dia can't. Maybe she has limited access to her power. Maybe she has limited power. Maybe just the nature of her power. Dia has a pyrovision? Yeah. And we have Dendro. Kind of. We're connected to Dendro, so we're able to see her. Who knows? I still feel like this is a dream. But did she say that that was wrong? Anyhow. We haven't figured out how dreams are involved with all this yet.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
Sorry about that.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands, and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation during the day? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it.
We don't actually need to explain everything. Let's just get straight to the point.
Oh, that works!
And we just gaze at her and beam the knowledge into her brain using the Akasha. You suddenly became proficient with your greatsword because we've lived through this same day many times already, and our memories of the day are erased every night.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
I think we all did.
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
Yeah, just go with it. Don't worry about it.
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this greatsword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Exactly.
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Yeah, she usually thinks we're pranking her, right? If we just tell her the truth.
Oh?
We have to prove it.
Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sabzeruz festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used? The money we spent, the food we ate?
There we go, Dia giving us more evidence. Yeah, I think it's a dream. Because the food would have gone bad.
Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
I've thought about that too. Dia's really smart, isn't she? She's sharp. But if the sages were behind this, if they utilized the entire city's resources as well as information supplied by the Akasha... Oh! Because if everyone's knowledge is in the Akasha, then they know what everyone has done every day. So wait, you're telling me that they're sending people into people's houses to sneak money into their wallets while they're asleep?
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything.
So they're replacing the fruits every day? I mean, how many people do they have? How many people are in on this? We should go talk to the Core of 30 and see if they know what's going on.
It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
That's just... It would take so many people being aware of what's going on and being okay with what's going on in order to pull that off. Or could they have machines doing it?
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
Thank you, Dia. What's your proof?
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer.
We appreciate you.
Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
What do you have, Dia? I mean, think about it. If, like...
Paimon Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
I'm actually really happy with how they're doing this. Because, as you know, as I've been doing this whole time, I love theorizing. And what's really frustrating to me is when there's a plot that you cannot come to the correct conclusion on because they don't give you the information. And then they reveal it at the end. And they're like, oh my goodness, wasn't our plot amazing? And it's like, okay, I feel like I've been tricked, almost. So in this case, I keep coming to the wrong conclusion, but it's because they haven't given us that information, but they are giving it to us in bits and pieces. It's like, they haven't tricked me into guessing the wrong thing. They're slowly guiding me through it. It's a very Nahida approach, but also it allows me to be engaged with the story at every step of the way, and it's also, oh yeah, that's the thing. It's they're not saying, oh, it's your fault for not noticing this small detail. It's more, we are giving you the details as you go along and allowing you to reach the conclusion eventually. Anyways, it's really fun. It's really well done. One of my favorite time loops I've experienced so far. Top 10, at least. This isn't our house, is it? No, it's just a random house.
This is it.
A training device?
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice.
Yeah, it's aged and damaged. They'd have to re-age it and re-damage it every day. So, again, dream theory or altered reality theory.
Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions.
Also, think about it. If somebody is working on a painting, what do you think? It's painting illegal in the city because it's an expression of the arts? If somebody's working on a painting and they're halfway done with it when they go to bed, they would have to recreate every single brush stroke up to the point of that morning for the next day. And to think of the sages, they hate the arts. I'm sure they don't have any artists on staff.
I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say, each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they used some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training.
That makes sense. It seems we'll have to abandon this theory.
Whew. Hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain-exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun.
Yeah, you're such a good spirit.
Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Bye. So what do you think, Paimon?
Well, back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong?
No, I think that part's correct.
But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
But it seems like we were able to retrieve those memories, so maybe they're not being deleted. Maybe they're being overridden, hidden, or stolen to put into the Akasha, so we still have access to them, even if they're not locally stored. We're not in a time loop, and we're not in the real world! Thank you, Vega!
That's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now?
Let me think. I suddenly realized that something is strange.
Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately.
How come we've never thought about leaving the city?
Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution! Many things should become clear if we can confirm the flow of time outside of the city.
And I've thought about leaving the city, but I didn't want to because I didn't want to interrupt the quest. I wonder if we even can. Do you think there's a block around the city?
Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired?
Or it's because they're not letting us think of it. It really is strange. We should have thought of this a long time ago.
How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
Okay, I suppose she thinks we should ask Nahida in order to speed things up. But I think we should just try leaving the city. Let's see. Here we go. Is this considered still in the city? Do I have my Akasha? I do. I'm just gonna go for a run, I think. I'm expecting there to be a barrier of some sorts. Huh? 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 Oh! Oh, cool! Okay, it's an optional barrier. That's so cool! Wow. Here I was willingly not leaving the city because I didn't want to interrupt my story's experience. And yeah. That's pretty cool. Not going to lie, that is pretty cool. Teleport here? Just save us some ground. I want to stop by Catherine. Where is she? There she is. Let's hop over to our Dealey's team temporarily. Dia's there. Hey, Dia.
Ad Astra Abyss.
Thank you.
Thank
Here you go.
For
Sorry to cut you off, Catherine.
Ad Astra.
I just want to go talk to Nahida. Alright, there we go. Thank you for your time, everybody. Goodbye. Alright, where is she? She's up there. Oh, way up there. Ooh, sparkle. Hello? Who are you? Jahan? Jahan? Flowers, flowers. Oh, 2 different types. Wow. I'm really just going to collect everything and see. We don't come over this way often, actually. Maybe I should talk to this merchant. Can I talk to you? Guard.
Hey, stop right there! No one is allowed to enter or leave Sumeru City right now. Go away.
Really?
Whoa, okay.
Oh. So maybe this merchant, has been unable to leave?
How am I supposed to conduct business when I'm not allowed to leave the city?
Yeah. What happens if I just run out? Bye. Oh!
Hey, stop right there! No one is allowed to enter or leave Sumeru City right now. Go away.
Whoa, okay.
Oh, there's the barrier. I accidentally got around it by teleporting out, but... Oh, if I had just walked to the gates. A combination of abundant sunshine, plenty of rain, and the Anahitian blessing will guarantee a good harvest. About Anahitian blessing. What, you never heard of the Anahitian blessing? I think we did in Inazuma. It's practically essential to growing crops, and it's not an overstatement to say it's our savior. Oh wait, I should say the Denjo Archon is our savior, since the blessing is a gift from her. Oh, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, oh Denjo Archon, may you grant us bountiful harvest. Wow, you you don't even know Lesser Lord Kusanali's name, do you? Yeah, the fact that he's focused on the blessing rather than the person who gave it, you can really see how the Academia has done everything they can to erase her presence from the city and the people. Yeah, at this point I'm just blatantly blaming them. I really think it was their fault though. Alright, let's try running out the front gate, see what happens. Also interesting, it just said guard. It didn't say core of 30, it didn't say Maha. What Matra, it didn't say Matra. Oh, here we go. Hey, Length, will you let us leave? The climate of the rainforest has been so unkind to me. What is it? My old wound often aches in humid weather, so it pretty much hurts all the time in Sumeru City. Also, because of it, I can only do simple work in town. It's truly a dilemma. Simple work like not letting people leave? Hello. Hello, welcome to Sumeru City. If you are here for the first time, you can claim an Akasha terminal from me. About the Akasha terminals. The Akasha is a treasure trove of wisdom left to us by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Using the power of the Akasha, the sages developed the Akasha terminal. By wearing it, you will be aided by the wisdom of the Denjo Archon in obtaining the knowledge you need. In the past, the Academia only issued Akasha terminals to people of Sumeru, or Outlanders who were in a long-term residence in Sumeru. The Academia decided of late to distribute the Akasha terminals to all tourists in Sumeru, hoping to help all feel the universal compassion from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We've heard this before, but still, I wanted to see what you'd say. Bye! Darn it.
Hey, stop right there! No one is allowed to enter or leave Sumeru City right now.
Go away, I'm trying.
Whoa, okay.
Nice. Nice. Okay. So you are... Wait, where's the gate? These guys are Core of 30. And over here, this guy... I just realized I could have looked at his uniform, even though it just says guard. What does he look like? He's also Core of 30. Okay. I see what's going on here. But yeah, I'm a little... You know, I don't want to make judgments now because I don't know the full story, but I'm a little disgusted by how many people are willing to go along with this. Hopefully they have been misled. Hi, Nahida. We tried to leave, it didn't work. Kind of did, but then it didn't.
Nahida, we're back!
You're back early today. Did you find something new?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
What will happen if we try to leave the city? Have we ever tried leaving the city? Do you know what this reminds me of, actually? Is Varanara. Is that what it's called? Because there's the real one and there's the dream one. So, Dream City?
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before.
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we
Maybe
say
they
when we
deleted the
got
plans from our brain and we never even made it to the gates.
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night.
That's sinister.
But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much
Well,
about
goodness
it.
me.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about
That is actually
town.
quite eerie. If this was a real world, maybe they just put us in a holding cell for the day and then put us back in our house when they reset everything. But this is a dream world, so they would have no need to do that. Yeah, I'm assuming it's a dream world. What did they do to us?
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your
Let's try it again
memories.
tomorrow. Maybe this is the key.
Yep, something here is definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of
Alrighty,
this tomorrow.
beep time, let's go. Yeah, there it is. It's such a good sound in that it's just on the edge of painful. Is that an achievement that I heard? Yay! Let's go and try to leave the city today.
About that. Well, where should Paimon begin?
Paimon? What do you mean?
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have
Another
message
message
for
from
you.
who? Is it from us who tried this yesterday?
Listen to it.
Whoa,
and you'll
Sepia, here we go.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz festival in Sumeru City is just
This is
one of them.
my own voice?
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories.
Paimon's so reliable, you remember? Ooh, maybe, this is smart, maybe I went to the city borders while she stayed behind so she could observe what happened. And so I forgot, but she remembered? 2 days ago.
It's time to carry out our plan.
Let's go and try to leave the city today.
Okay,
Oh, I'm so excited. Hi, Nahida.
We don't have many more festivals to waste. Hurry and find the truth.
This is so cool. We're in a memory. Look at it all. Oh, that is so cool. Wow. Alright, well, enough teleporting around for now. We're going to run all the way down there, if I can remember how to get all the way down there. Oh, wait, this is the side gate. That works for me. We're going to see an argument here.
Why Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up
Great
to
question.
now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
So since when does the Academia have the authority to not let people leave? Goodness gracious. I mean, apparently they have the highest authority in this land, but still.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising.
I would say it's surprising that nobody has tried to protest the Academia's control of everything yet. But I guess that just shows how much control they have over everything. I wonder if they've been deleting thoughts of protest from people's minds.
Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know
Okay, so he doesn't
either.
know. But he's doing his job anyways.
We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They
He
didn't
didn't
tell
even
us
need to
anything
make
else.
up a lie about safety or anything. Of course the Academia wouldn't share their plans with a pawn. So the Academia doesn't trust you at all.
Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
Okay.
It looks like he really
I love how we always
doesn't
just
know.
pick random patches of grass for our discussions.
If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? Those guards can't be everywhere
Sounds like
at
a
once.
plan.
This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all.
Paimon, stay here. This might scramble my brain, and I want to make sure one of us remembers.
Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon
Leaving the city
behind?
might trigger disruptions to our memories. We need someone to stay and witness the events from this side.
But what if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help
Aw,
you.
if I'm fine climbing over the wall, then you can come right after.
Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together.
Don't worry, Paimon. If we leave together, it'll just be the same as before.
Okay. Paimon
Thank
will
you,
wait for
Paimon.
you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. Just
Okay,
a quick
okay.
look. And please, be careful.
I'll do my best. And then, can I climb over the wall? Are you going to let me? Oh, hello? Eh? Let's go and try to leave the city today. Oh, because I disappeared after I left the wall, did I? What's wrong, Paimon?
Paimon would never see you again. You just.
I see, this is the next day. We just regained our memories. Did I just get, like, deleted from the dream? Suspended? After I left the city? Or maybe the world doesn't exist outside the city walls. No, that's a pretty big dream already.
Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and
Oh.
you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look.
What did I promise?
Paimon, calm down. She's here now. I don't think she understood what you were saying.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the
Oh,
entire day.
Paimon! Although I don't remember doing any of this, still, sorry, Paimon. I won't leave you behind.
Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Oh, Paimon was so scared that you had gone into another world.
You know what? A valid concern with these travelers, isn't it?
Okay, Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really
She waited
happened
for us for
yesterday?
hours. Paimon, you're the best. Sorry we did that to you. Paimon describes your plan from yesterday.
I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, You left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared.
And the unloading mesh, too. You sure that's what you saw? You weren't zoning out or anything?
No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any
What concerns me
memory
is that
of
we're
this?
still in a memory. We're going to lose this day, too. Yes, I don't even know that yesterday existed.
I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories
I'm guessing
can't
it's
be
because we
awoken.
we never made memories of those days. Probably as soon as we left, assuming we're in a dream, we went into such a deep sleep that we generated no new thoughts, and so there's nothing to be retrieved.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely
So they didn't
erased?
just restrict access to Sabzeruz City, they're also erasing the memories of those who leave. If this was the real world, it could be their way of keeping quiet what's happening here. But I don't think this is, obviously it's not the real world. We've already established that.
It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose.
Right. They could be keeping secret something out there. My first thought is a withering zone, a giant, all-encompassing withering zone. What could they be doing out there?
But this way, we'll also never discover what's
If our memories will
outside.
be erased, can we leave behind something other than memories?
Something like a message? But how can we
Via
send it
Nahida,
back?
or maybe through, what's it called? The canned knowledge thingies? Knowledge capsule?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at.
Oh, you're not used to being looked at all, are you?
Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyar's out for me.
Yep, now we're talking.
Pretty cool that she can help us like this. Delivering information like that's a pretty powerful ability in this situation. Aww. Deep in thought. Montage. Paimon's talking. We're bouncing theories off each other. Hello, Moon. So if we spent this entire day just waiting to deliver this message, then
I'm done.
why did we lose the
Here you go.
memory?
What? Isn't this just
A
an
modified
Akasha
one?
terminal?
Personal server?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any
Oh,
node.
can you like text somebody through your Akasha terminal? Send them a message? Wait. It's such a cool addition to this world. And used for so much
Make
evil.
Something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway, we can use this now to record
Our
a message,
fourth or
right?
fifth hint that she's the Archon, but also a hint to the unknowing that maybe we shouldn't trust her.
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're
Oh, I
outside
see.
the
This is why
city.
we lose the memory. We're going to go outside with the messenger and report back what we saw. Oh, excellent. But yeah, if we didn't know who Nahida was already, I might start to suspect that she had some hand in designing the Akasha terminals. I mean, who knows? Maybe she did. And she just didn't intend for them to be used this way.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking
It's
the
worth a
initiative
try.
now. Let's go then. Let's expose
I
those
still
stages.
think you should stay.
All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday, but Paimon still isn't happy
See you
about
tomorrow, Paimon. Oh, this is so strange. Separating from Paimon for a whole day, or, you know, it's evening already, but goodness, this is such a weird feeling. We've never parted ways before.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Paimon. What do we see? What do we see?
That covers everything that's happened
So that message
so far.
was what I left for myself when I left the city?
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you
What's
when you
the
were
second
outside.
one? The first one that we saw, it seems like we were talking to somebody. pockets, did we say? We mentioned the Sabzeruz festival. So, are there people outside who have noticed what's happening?
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the
Please.
messages together.
No.
Can't go back. There
Spaces.
are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Okay. Countless spaces. Countless dreams, maybe?
I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal
She's smiling as
sights.
she says this. That one sounds like a nightmare.
All these spaces are empty. Except for the
Ooh.
occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any
Oh, this
human
is so cool.
presence.
They've completely made a fictionalized reality. Different ones, too. I'm picturing them as different servers. Different runtimes. Different simulations.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents.
There's another part here. We only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other. Absorbed by something like a sun in the
Oh,
sky.
here we go. The sun will rise, right? Oh, goodness.
And now, even the final space has
Our
also
Akashas look different.
disappeared.
They're so green now. Oh, is it the lighting? Because we're in sepia tone still. Oh, that's what we meant by time running out, huh? I was thinking about Dunyarzad's condition, but things might be a little bit more serious. Okay, if the Academy is doing this, why?
Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again
Oh.
from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Ooh. Oh, bye. Okay, so they're getting regenerated. But are the people okay?
Why did the message end right there? What did the traveler want to say? What are
Well,
those
Traveler,
spaces?
what do you think?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here?
I'm guessing the
From the
message, because if it was from here, we already would have reset.
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said even the final spaces also disappeared.
Traveler, what do you think that final
Oh,
space
is it thinking
could have
time?
been?
Here we go. Spaces without human presence, the space where we were yesterday, the real world. Alright, let's see.
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. A lack of
True.
human presence. My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from
Right,
the
and as
Akasha.
soon as that beep was heard, and she vanished out, it could be the space that where we were yesterday being reset.
Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be catastrophic?
I think it's the space where we were yesterday. Because then, when it vanished, and then it reloaded, she reloaded back in.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sabzeruz festival, also disappears! And we're taken
It
to
really
the
does
next
feel like we're in
day.
some sort of computer network. This is delightful. I love this so much. I love it when there's not only a time loop, but there's a time loop with, you know, mechanics behind it that have actually been figured out. They're not just saying, yeah, time's looping, but there's actual mechanics behind it. And on top of that, these mechanics are super, super cool.
Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow?
Well, consider this. For
Oh.
all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats.
Wait. Where's my sun and moon note? No. No. Here it is. Okay, once again, Nahida is just dropping massive lore on us. Excuse me? It was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats? Is the idea... You know, why would they want those seats? Is the idea if you get a seat, you get power, or if you don't get a seat, you get destroyed? 7 seats for 7 survivors? I'm thinking almost of musical chairs, where if you failed to get a seat, you're eliminated. But 7 seats, didn't we... Isn't there something about that? I saw something about that somewhere before. I thought it was in the Sun and Moon, but I'm not seeing anything here on the note. The primordial one was on the first throne. Throne is a type of seat. Second who came, second throne, but then I put a question mark there. Okay. 7 seats? So yeah, it really seems like the Archon War was something that someone else decreed would then happen, and said you guys can get a seat if you win? Okay. Oh, my note fell off the wall again. Yeah, that one's so dry. Need better sticky notes. 7 seats, 7 sovereigns. Oh my goodness, Nahida. You just have a casual way of just revealing really important information, don't you?
So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple
I love how
secret.
she uses this massive information drop just to make a point about something else. I wonder if that's how she's able to sneak in this information. If her distribution of information is limited or controlled, maybe she's only able to mention these things by making them small points and making them be about something else.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an
A
analogy
secret,
and a
huh?
half.
You have any secrets, Nahida? Give me some time. I need to organize my thoughts.
Hey!
I need to organize my thoughts. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to Neela's dance and punch the Grand Sage in the face so she can do her darn dance?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War,
Oh, wait.
at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over
I
7
should write that
seats.
down. Oh, wait, what was the other massive lore drop that she gave us earlier? This world is a world of cycles? World equals cycles. Samsara loops. And Archon War equals game. I'm not gonna ignore that point. And 7 seats. Excellent. I mean, they're having her tell it to us twice. They really want us to know that. Okay.
So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
What is the secret here? I love how Paimon came back for that conversation. What is the secret here? Organize your thoughts on the familiar bench in the city. Okay. Oh wait, what? You're talking to me again, but I already collected my things. Mine 10 items? Oh, I did do that, didn't I? Okay. A small and simple secret. Where? Oh, all the way on the other side. Sure, let's go for a stroll. I've been theorizing this whole time, so I don't have much else to say here. Do you think the Divine Knowledge Capsule is related to all this in some way? Because that's the other major plot thread that we've seen that hasn't yet been resolved. Same with the World Forget Me thing. But that one feels less connected, maybe tangentially connected. Where are all the people? Even the fruit vendor's gone now. Well, Kimiya's still here though, thank goodness. Oh my goodness. Anything new to add today? Is this interpretation based on may I use the crafting bench? Adventure challenge! What are you doing? I think this is just the general dialogue. I don't think I have any new resources because we just leveled Layla last time, so. Small and simple secret. I'm thinking about the dialogue that we've heard during the resets. We know that they're trying... Power is now flowing from something. They're not trying to power something. They're getting power from something. They're trying to make progress on something. They're combining all of our brain power together for some reason. Are they combining our brain power just to make the simulation? No, it seems like they have an end goal in mind. They're trying to accomplish something? My first thought is, are they trying to delete knowledge of Lesser Lord Kusanali from everyone's brains? But... I mean, they've practically done that already. I don't know why they would feel the need to go to such extremes to do it. You know, if we want to think the best of them, maybe they're trying to use this time to generate a cure for Eliezer, or a cure for the Withering. Probably connected there, but... At the same time, if they were really trying to do such a thing, would they be so callous as to kill people for it if they're trying to save people? If they were, I would expect some sort of dialogue like, the sacrifice of a few, or the betterment of the many. You know, that sort of thing. But I... no, I don't think that's what they're up to. I don't think they would be so generous to the world. What could they be up to?
Do you want some alone time to think? Alright then, Paimon won't disturb
Aww.
you.
I appreciate that, but also I don't really want to be alone right now, but maybe Vega does. Time goes by once again. Do we get a little Paimon menu? Nope, just the sun. Speaking of the sun, we're all being absorbed into a sun-like thing. Could they be trying to heal Irminsul?
The dance of Sabzeruz is about to begin. I'm going to go watch
The dance
it.
of Sabzeruz. It's that time already.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Bye, fake Dunyarzad. I still consider you my friend too.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is
I think I know the answer now. Do you?
Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together. This time we're gonna
If something happens between here and there, I swear. I swear. And if I don't get to hear my dear Vega's theories, I will be upset. I will be very upset. I actually really like how they're doing this, you know. They're giving us time. They literally sent us all the way across the city just to sit and think. Or maybe so that they can plant something horrible over on the other end while we were gone. But the pacing of this is really well done. You can really feel that we have both all the time in the world and less and less time every time. Hey, flower. You know what would be really cool is if all the collectibles reset with every Samsara loop. Because yeah, we could just sit there for a whole day thinking if we wanted to. And we can just send Dunyarzad away without a thought for her safety. Because she will be fine tomorrow, and also that's not really her. Even though doing such a thing... the way she loaded in. Doing such a thing makes me feel not right, you know, but that just goes to show what sort of situation we're in. Oh good, nothing happened. Thank goodness. Hi Nahida, let's go around the corner. There you go.
You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sabzeruz exam and graduate from the
Ask away, Miss
festival?
Nahida.
Okay, first off, have you discovered
Oh, is
the
it
hidden
thinking
truth?
time? Here we go. Information.
Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence. Those spaces remind me of dreams, like the one I had in the Avidia forest, except these have no sign of human presence. The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean? People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange...
Darn it, oops. Wait, can I listen to it again? No. She said, what a strange phenomenon. I'm thinking... Here? Nice.
We are all in a dream.
There it is.
It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
I'm so pleased. Yeah, so it's not Greater Lord Ruka Devata. Well, the Akasha, theoretically, she made. It's the terminals that the Academia made. Why would it be taking dreams? Something to do with Irminsul, to power Irminsul, to give it to Irminsul, to keep Irminsul alive? So, but yeah, okay. Yay. Not really a surprise, but very, very satisfying to reach this conclusion.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when she was trying to describe them.
And that one that sounded like a nightmare? Probably a nightmare, right?
Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
There it is! Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
I might have been helped along by the fact that I know who Nahida is, but we actually could have reached this conclusion the way we did without that knowledge, because we heard Nahida's voice when Dunyarzad was telling that story of meeting a girl in a dream, right? She met that voice in her dream. And so we know that whoever this entity is, Archon or not, we could recognize her very distinct voice and know that she is associated with dreams. And that could explain why she's here. And so, because that was one of the clues that I used to guess that this was a dream, the fact that she's here. And even without the knowledge that I have, we could have learned that naturally through the events of this quest, that she is associated with dreams. Anyhow, here we go.
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate.
Nahida jump scare.
It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. And it grants knowledge to the people.
Okay. I forget what question we're trying to answer. Can I see what the question is? Oh, shoot. Oh, wow, I can just back out. Please tell me the question again.
Back. I've been wondering, are you ready to take your Sabzeruz?
Wow, we went all the way back.
Okay.
Okay. The truth behind dreams. Here you go.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, and those space... Huh.
So correct answer.
How did you conclude?
How did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
Well, honestly, my conclusion was based off the fact that I was just looking at the technology. My personal conclusion was generated because we know that it can access information in our brains and put information into our brains, therefore it can rewrite our brains to an extent. It also has access to our bioinformation, so it's not hard to believe that it could influence our minds into dreaming in a certain way. But it grants knowledge to the people. It could be granting this dream to the people. And this dream connects the entire populace. I can see so many of these being the right one. Yeah, I can see so many of these being the right one. Sure, let's just go through them. Okay. Yeah. There it is.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too.
Right, I was going to say, it's a lot like the Aranara. And, you know, one of the reasons why, even looking at the map, or when we teleported out of the city accidentally, that didn't really break the immersion for me, is because when we were in Dream Vanarana, whatever it's called, it looked like normal Vanarana on the map, but we knew we were in Dream Vanarana, and we had to do that little song to get back into normal Vanarana, but we were still in the same location on the map, so they've established the concept that a dream can seem like the real world like that in terms of the interaction with the game, the experience of interacting with the game. And so yeah, it's very similar to what the Aranara do, and they get their power from the Dendro Archon, yeah.
But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming.
Oh, she perks up about this topic. She loves dreams, doesn't she?
In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it.
Yeah, instead of this idea that dreams are illogical and random, they are actually where we can make our most fantastical leaps and come up with our most innovative ideas, perhaps? I mean, I'm thinking about the various, again, works of art that have been produced from inspiration driven from dreams.
Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty trick?
Again, not surprised in the least, but extremely satisfied and very happy to have such a thing confirmed.
The real story is that the sages
That's a good story
from
writing.
academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Yes, and they don't intend to stop there.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
Thinking time again? Here we go. The Akasha's sound.
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals.
Because our real bodies still have them on, probably. The appearance and disappearance of spaces.
Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized.
So are they going through dreams? I'm worried that this might mean that people are dying. But on the other hand, there's dreams like the Sabzeruz festival which keep happening over and over again. So some of them are more stable. Some of them are ungrounded, like they said, they're not connected to their owner. Those are the ones that vanish. When you say many more spaces, are they the same spaces again or new spaces? Wait, I interpreted that one. Why is it blue still?
Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared. Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more? My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on?
We're doing someone else's thinking for them, huh?
We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
Alright, so. Appearance and disappearance of dreams. Do you think it's this one or do you think it's this one? I need to associate this with somebody. Let's try this one. I'm curious. No.
I can't seem to cohesively piece everything together.
I feel like it's not the Akasha Sound, because we got from Akasha Sound to spaces, and from spaces to dreams. So... Festival? Oh, mass production of dreams!
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream.
And why are they doing this?
Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sabzeruz festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha.
I see. Okay. So that's how... Okay. They're making them dream this dream, while the new dreams are being harvested. That's the sun part. The problem I'm having here is I can't guess why, because I don't know enough about the Academia's motivations. what could they want? Power? They already control everything. Control? They already control everything. Prestige? They're already the most prestigious. They're trying to make something or solve a question, but I don't know enough about what they would want that they don't already have to guess what they could be doing. My only thoughts are they trying to replace Irminsul with something of their own creation so that they have complete control over that? Maybe they have been harvesting information from Irminsul and damaging it along the way, and so they want to make a new one that they can control and that isn't damaged, or maybe one that's less dangerous because people keep getting hurt trying to communicate with Irminsul. Also, that seems like something they would like. They're so arrogant, they want to control all knowledge. They're trying to create an artificial source of wisdom. So yeah, they're basically trying to create an artificial Dendro Archon. Rude. Or they're trying to create an artificial Irminsul? Could that be it? And then they can choose what's wisdom and what's not, and what's included in there and what's not. We've already seen them going to great lengths to control all information that's disseminated throughout the world. So, or at least throughout Sumeru. So, could they be trying to make a fake Irminsul? And they need wisdom to add to it? And that's why... Okay, because if they were trying to use everyone's brain power to solve a question, and I couldn't figure out what that question would be, because I don't think they would care enough about the Withering. I don't think they would care enough about Eliezer. To be honest, they probably caused both those things as consequences of their actions, so, you know. So maybe they're not trying to answer a question. Maybe they're trying to build a fake Irminsul. I could see that being the case. And that's what they meant by progress. They don't want to undo their progress by... or slow their progress, or waste their progress by stopping now. They want to get as much wisdom as possible. You know, use these brains until these brains have been used up. I really like that theory. I'm not going to lie, a fake Irminsul, but let's see if there's anything else they could be doing. Again, they could be doing a fake Dendro Archon type thing. Maybe, they need the Gnosis to power the Akasha, right? Was that what she said earlier? Right. The Gnosis powers the Akasha. So maybe they're trying to make a new Gnosis or a fake Gnosis? How are Gnoses made? Where did they come from? Internal magical focus resonates directly with Celestia. Did they come from Celestia? Like, the visions are external magical foci, and they theoretically come from the gods or some sort of godly mechanism, maybe Celestia as well. Okay, so I could believe if Gnosis came from Celestia. And so they're trying to make a new one or a fake one because, again, they're obsessed with control and power. Maybe they don't want to have to rely on an Archon. They've done all they can to remove the Archon's role in Sumeru itself. The living Archon. They've left the dead Archon with, you know, all of her prestige, probably because they can then use people's loyalty for the past Archon to get them to do things that they want. But the living Archon, they tried to get people to not care about so that she has no social power, is my guess there. So maybe they're trying to make a new Gnosis so they don't have to rely on her. What does that mean? They want to kill her? Oh god. Or they could banish her, maybe, so she's not in the city. But I think they would want to keep her under their control. Is she under their control? Seems like it at this point. Wow, speaking of jumps in logic, my brain just made that connection without me even knowing it. Is she under their control? Sanctuary. They found her. They put her in the sanctuary, and then she stayed there forevermore. Bird in a cage imagery. She's stuck there, right? Maybe they were using her to generate wisdom, and they decided it wasn't enough, and so they went for people as well. I don't know. Anyways, those are my current theories. Let's see what happens.
No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sabzeruz festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, So that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
Yeah. We need somebody from the outside. Who can we send a dream message to? The Adepti. They do dream communication, right? We learned that from Xiao's story quest. Xiao, please take the terminal off our heads.
Alright, last question. Who am I?
Oh. Thinking time? The moon, she said.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon...
That, honestly, that's kind of a big leap in logic, even for me. She's referred to herself as the moon. So what? She's trying to demonstrate that she's a divine symbol to help us reach the divine prediction. Because I know what the answer is here, so we're trying to get to it naturally.
Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions a hint that we're all dreaming?
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions hinting at the sage's deception of Sumeru's people?
Yeah, okay, there we go. Illusions and lies and the moon. So, this is probably the answer here. Let's see. I don't like how this is phrased.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon...
But even if we had no idea what's going on here, illusions and lies are clearly not the right answer because they're not talking about the right thing.
So you noticed.
You are Lesser Lord Kusanali. It's so nice to meet you!
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
Well, let's see. Do you think we would have come to this conclusion naturally at this point? She's obviously very Dendro. She's obviously very wise. She knows so many secrets about the gods and what's really going on here. She's affiliated with dreams. I think I could have guessed. I mean, I'm remembering my Zhongli theories and how those kind of... how those went. So I feel like I would have at least suspected. It would have been one of my theories.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Just like that story. I have a lot of questions for you, but this doesn't seem like a good time.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life.
How much do you want to bet she already knows what we want to ask her?
On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now.
Wow, she's so friendly. Why couldn't you simply tell us the truth?
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense.
It's kind of like how we had to lead Dia to the right conclusion. Maybe if we had just been told, the Akasha would not have been happy with us. Could have scrambled us a little bit.
Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk.
Oh, I see. In the future, we could have doubts as to whether it was reality or a dream. But instead, if we were able to determine which was which by our own power, then we could do that again in the future.
That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing.
She's so nice. How did the sages manage to keep people from noticing this?
Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sabzeruz festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal.
Also, yeah, this is a very belated thought, but I don't think that they're doing this to try to cure Eliezer, at least, because if they were, and they cared that much about people with Eliezer, they would have made, preparations for supporting the people with Eliezer through the dream. Because if Dunyazard ends up dying, it seems like they're just going to replace her with that fake dream Dunyazard. And she's declining so quickly because her condition is presumably not being taken care of. No, that kind of begs the question. Are we waking up every day and then going to sleep and experiencing this every night? I don't think so. I think we're just dreaming constantly. Do you think it's even been a day? Or do you think, you know, this is all operating at the speed of thought quite quickly? Anyways.
Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sabzeruz festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream.
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what you mean?
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendril can a person gain the Dendril element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of déjà vu.
Oh, that's pretty cool. An elemental ability that has nothing to do with combat we're seeing in this game now. It's kind of like, elemental sight is something comparable, but that's a general elemental ability, not tied to a specific element. It's cool to see that other things that Dendro is used for.
Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sabzeruz Festival Samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and over again.
About the side effects of a mass-produced dream.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end? And if so, when?
You might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate. Especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them.
Right, yeah. I was saying, I wonder how many days it's actually been. You know, is this a real-world day? We're just dreaming around the clock? Or has it maybe only, and it's been over 40 days? Or has it been maybe 40 minutes and we're just dreaming very quickly? Either way, in case A, Dunyarzad's condition is declining because no one's taking care of her, and in case B, her condition is declining because of the mental toll. I mean, your brain consumes a lot of the body's resources. I know that, I believe, don't quote me on this, I have no citation here, but I believe that the brain uses 20% of your metabolized oxygen alone. It is the single heaviest oxygen user in the body. Again, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. So, that's why when, for instance, when you have low oxygen for whatever reason, you can get brain fog. Also, for instance, when you're in an airplane and you lose pressurization, you get very loopy. You actually get very silly very quickly because your brain burns through oxygen and doesn't have enough to use to keep going. Anyway, so if her brain is working overtime during the simulation, it would have a toll on the rest of her body, and she would notice it more than other people.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
And why is the dream about the Sabzeruz festival?
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason? Wow, now that's strange.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it.
Two theories. If they are trying to replace her, or make a fake Irminsul, the way that he said, you know, celebrate that god's birthday to your heart's content, a lot of derision there. So maybe he thinks it would be deliciously ironic if they create this fake source of wisdom while people are thinking that they're celebrating the Wisdom Archon. That's one thought. Another thought is, maybe if they don't want to admit it, but maybe the arts and the creativity therein, and this is an arts festival, are good for producing dreams with a high wisdom content, shall we say? Like what we were talking about earlier. And so as people are trying to express themselves at this festival and dance and, you know, sing songs, that creates wisdom or something. You know, kind of wishy-washy there, but it's an idea.
Traveler, do you have any information?
Ooh, equal exchange here. I love it. Thought time? Alright, let's do this. Dreams with no human presence.
Those spaces remind me of dreams. Like the one I had in the Avidia forest. Except these have no sign of human presence. Okay, Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. Grand Sage said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more?
I'm thinking it's either this one or this one. Let's try this one. Yeah.
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean...
Thinking again? Oh. Why is a dream about the Sabzeruz festival? We just asked that, though. I don't have any more questions, I suppose.
I know, right? Why did they...
Even you don't know the reason?
The Academia Traveler. Do you have any information?
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time. Yeah, I guess we're supposed to just...
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean...
I don't have any further questions.
Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable.
This is the first time we've seen her be a little mad, and she's so gentle about it.
After we end the Sabzeruz festival, Samsara, we have to look into them.
Of course.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous!
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Oh, don't talk about yourself like that, Nahida. The moon being just a reflection of the sun's power, perhaps. But it's a greater Lord Rukkhadevata, perhaps. The real sun.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again.
Unless she means that literally. Do you think her power is only reflective of greater Lord Rukkhadevata's? Yeah, we don't know how Nahida came to be. She was born, she just sort of appeared in a burnt-out ruin. Maybe she does draw power from greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and so she is quite limited all these years after her passing. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, that startled me.
Oh, we're out of time today.
Here we go.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Oh, you know the answer? Well, that's helpful. We're at 2 hours, though. We're at 2:17. Oh. Hi, Nahida. Where's Junior-san?
Good morning, Nahida. Wait.
No.
Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Where's Junior-Zod? Junior-Zod, where is she? Are we too late?
Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
Where is Junior-Zod?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is
No!
correct.
No!
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way. Are we too late?
Okay. Here, happy theories. She's fallen into such a deep coma that she no longer dreams, so she's not in the system anymore. Or B, somebody disconnected her from the system. Because she was dying. Or C, somebody from the outside of the city got into the city and disconnected her from the city because she's dying. No.
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Gosh darn it, not again! We were so close!
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely.
Yeah, I think she's like a data Dunyarzad, so that the people inside the dream continue to act normally.
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream.
Or maybe if we change the dream too dramatically, it'll break, and so she needs to keep playing her role.
So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
Right, yeah, okay. This song is too pretty for this moment.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Except her parents said she used to be like that.
Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler.
Why? Okay. Why am I suddenly thinking about Raiden Shogun? And therefore, the Balladeer. I might have to disagree with you there, Nahida. But were they puppets? Was that the word that was used? It was, right? They were puppets. I suppose this is a different type of puppet. You know, one made by the sages in a dream, as opposed to one made by A to completely replace her, potentially.
You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all.
Is that Celestia up there? No way. Or is that just a leaf semi-transparent?
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar.
Elazar, right, sorry.
I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she still...
It still meant a lot to her. You are a kind Archon.
Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon.
Aw, she seems very disappointed with herself. No, Nahida.
I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sabzeruz festival with so many regrets.
I don't know your full story, so I can't say anything to comfort you, but you tried your best, I suppose? I think she would have regretted it more if she knew that you had regrets about this.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
Right.
I'm not beating myself up.
Oh.
All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
It's hard to argue with that, but also, no.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
And even real Archons, should we say, are allowed to make mistakes. If you could control everything, you'd be the Academia. Nobody wants that.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Destroy everything?
Although the Sabzeruz festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them.
So then how come we're here? None of us in this conversation are human, I don't think.
That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Wait, that's genius! Oh, who could it be? It's gotta be somebody important, right? It's not just gonna be a random NPC. The Grand Sage? Yes, an NPC, but not random. The Sage is the researcher who's always with him. Has anybody gone missing recently? I could see them doing it to a random civilian, making them host it. But they would have gone missing. Could it be... Well, they would have gone missing after the original Sabzeruz festival. That would have happened. We would have gone to bed that night, and then it would have started, right? So... Did anybody go missing in the night? I'm thinking of Nilu, but I don't think it was her. Randomly Tainari? They wanted him to come back to the city really badly for some reason, but he said no.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Elemental sight.
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness.
Or we could look around and see what things look like and connect it to somebody's likes and dislikes.
Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
It would be I was going to say it would be especially ironic if it was Dunyazard's dream, but I don't... If it was, I think it would have ended abruptly, so maybe not.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Like lucid dreaming. So, maybe it is the Grand Sage or the researcher, and we just have to provoke them into making something happen?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when the server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and Mora.
It's not our dream, is it? No, I think it would have destabilized when we left if it was.
But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food.
Is it Paimon's dream? So we find the host. Then what?
Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
It's not Dia, is it?
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
If I were the academia, and I needed someone to do this. On one hand, they love control, so maybe they would love to force somebody into doing this to demonstrate their control. But on the other hand, if it's not that case, in which case it could be some random person on the street that they kidnapped. But if it's not that case, then I would choose somebody who worked for me, who is willing to do this in order to keep their job, who had a strong physical condition and strong mental fortitude. Unfortunately, you know who that makes me think of is Alhaitham. We haven't seen him in a while, and we know that he's associated with the academia in some way. And he seems very intelligent, but I'm also thinking, could it be somebody else? Who else do we know at the academia? One of the other sages? We haven't really met a lot of academia people.
And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming?
Pinch them.
After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara.
On the other hand, it's interesting because Dia, for instance, we've convinced her that she's been dreaming. No, we haven't told her that it was a dream. We've convinced her that the world wasn't quite right, and then she suddenly could see, or feel at least, Dunyazad, but no, I don't think it's her. I don't think it's her.
As for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Are you going to visit the other dreams?
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the traveler went?
Is your power waning? Moon pun.
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility.
Are you gonna look for Dunyazad? Oh, good luck.
Go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Good luck out there. If you need our strength, you're welcome to borrow it.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far only for Dunyazad to...
Nahida's on the case. We just must have faith in her.
She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her.
I just feel so demoralized.
Yeah. Saving Dunyazad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyazad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Unlikely. I'm thinking a subordinate. Knowing the plan, they'd probably become aware that they were dreaming. An unsuspecting host would be less likely to realize that this is a dream.
Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control. Like Nahida and us.
They do assume that they control everything, don't they?
So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
What on earth? Maybe Ferris, the Knight of Flowers? The one with the strange getup? Okay, yeah, that was a guess I had. They could just pick a random person off the street. Somebody who seems to have a strong constitution, good brain power, and they would definitely get a kick out of it, I feel like. Really?
Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole Sabzeruz festival, right? Pretty core character.
Did they pick him out of spite? Maybe it's Nilo, then.
Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
Our first guess is always not right? We always have to do a little bit of hide and seek. Or scavenger hunt, probably a better word. Okay. We have to end it here, unfortunately, because we're at 2.5 hours, which is getting to a little bit of a difficult length. So, let's go teleport here, perhaps. My goodness, I love this to bits. Ooh, now there's the academia. Shall we go have a chat? Tempted to go in there and just see who I encounter. Anyways, I love this. I'm so happy right now. We've met Nahida. I was not expecting to meet her like that or so early into this quest. It feels like we're so early into this region still because we haven't done any of this. Look at that, there's a ley line over there. Oh, wow. So you've heard my theories this whole time. I really like seeing how they change over time, so I hope you've been enjoying that progression of events as well. I don't think I have anything else to add. I knew the Academia was going to be up to something. Somebody who has that much, an institution who has that much control over everyone else is never up to any good. Anyhow, we're going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed, because I most certainly did. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now!